Tonight, Kellen covers PLU's Swing Dance Club, and Dylan and Kara review the football team's recent game against George Fox. All that and more next on News at 9. Hello, Lutz. I'm Paris Franklin, and welcome to News at 9, your on-campus news source. Lutz have decided to un-PLUG for the month of October and raise awareness for sustainability. Mass TV talked to Residence Hall Association Sustainability Director Drew Huff and President Bree Young. They told us about the events and how they're coming along, as well as the upcoming Sustainability Fashion Show Friday at 8 p.m. Students can get involved with the fashion show by emailing rha@plu.edu.
So we have a mixed media category, plastic products, paper products. And sort of the idea is the team will designate one person to represent their outfit or outfits if they made several. And we're just going to do like a classic runway kind of scene with the judges. And sort of the premise of the event, it's obviously not realistic to wear recycled clothing, clothing made of recycled materials, but we just want to take advantage of the venue being a place where we can talk about waste management, recycling, the things that show up on our landfill, and sort of offer, an opportunity to express some of those statistics. And at the same time, have it be a lot of fun. Right?
Unplugged is awesome, and I think students should be passionate about it. I mean, you go to this university that's founded in a DJS model, so diversity, social justice, and sustainability, and students should care. And they should be coming to events that are purposeful and there for you to get an education about it and a reason to give back to your world a little bit. And my hope would be, regardless if it's RHA or ASPLU or Mass Media or Diversity Center, whatever organization it is, that if they're holding something that has educational purpose, especially in DJS, that students should want to be there, and that they should go there to educate themselves to then empower the world. And I think that's really important.
Students can get involved with the fashion show by emailing rha@plu.edu or by heading to the event this Friday at 8 p.m. in the Cave. Clear your calendars, Lutz. Tomorrow is the premiere of campus favorite Night of Musical Theater. This Thursday is this year's debut of PLU's NOMT. NOMT is a student-directed show made up of selections from famous musical theater productions. This year's NOMT theme is Who I'd Be, meaning that actors have a chance to portray roles of different demographics than they usually would, such as playing roles that are different sexes or races besides their own. This year's show will feature songs from Singing in the Rain, South Pacific, and In the Heights. Check out NOMT this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the Karen Hilly Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets are free, but donations are always accepted. Mass TV sat down with NOMT director Sarah Hubert in September, and the interview is available to watch on the Mass Media YouTube page. PLU's first annual Latino Studies Lecture was held October 13th to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. The Latino Studies Lecture is new to PLU, and it was funded by a grant from the National Library Association and the National Endowment for the Humanities. The lecture featured 2 documentaries, each featured by a panel discussion from the audience. The lecture series hopes to engage the PLU community in dialogue and cross-cultural understanding. To cap off Hispanic Heritage Month, the Amigos Unidos Club is holding a Dia de los Muertos celebration November 1st. For more information, contact amigosu@plu.edu. Tonight we have Kyle Parsons in studio as our special guest. Welcome, Kyle.
Thank you.
Let's start by having you tell us a little bit more about yourself, such as what year you are and what you're studying here at PLU.
Okay, so I'm a senior this year at PLU. I'm a business major with a concentration in marketing, and I am also an ambassador for the School of Business, as well as the president for American Marketing Association. So,
lots of good stuff in there.
Yeah.
What are some of your hobbies and interests outside of that?
I really like to play tennis when the weather permits it, so that's one of my favorite hobbies. I love traveling, and it's Halloween this month, so it's my favorite holiday, and I love horror movies and that all sorts of stuff. So
we had you on right at the right time.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
So what would you like to do with marketing after PLU?
Well, so PLU this year just started doing the Masters of Science in Marketing Research. So I plan on doing that next year. I'll be the second class doing it. And yeah, so I'm really excited about doing that. I already got accepted into the program, so.
Congratulations, that sounds like a great opportunity for you.
Yeah, thank you.
So you won the 2015 Puget Sound American Marketing Association Marketing Student of the Year Award. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I was nominated last year during spring semester. My advisors talked to me and they told me that they would be sending in a letter of recommendation, which is about 3 pages long or so. And they just told me that they wanted to let me know, so in case I got the award. And then I found out a couple weeks ago that I was selected for the award, and I was very surprised, but I was really excited. And it's basically where you have you know, there's different schools nominate different students, and then the panel of judges select the students out of that group.
Awesome. Anything else about winning that award, kind of what that experience was like for you?
It was awesome. I mean, because there's so many marketing students. I mean, we have a good amount of marketing students at our school, and so being selected for the award, I was really surprised, and I was very happy about it. It was awesome.
Definitely. So beyond marketing, I know that this is not the first time you've been featured in the Mast.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the story that came out about you last year?
Yes, so last year I was featured in an article about doing the nude modeling for the figure drawing classes on campus. I was contacted about doing an article because there were concerns about me being a student on campus as well as modeling for the classes and kind of the conflict that came about with the whole issue, so yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what do you feel about, or what are your thoughts on the art department not allowing PLU students as nude models?
I mean, I do understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, I feel like everyone here, we're all adults, we're all old enough to make our own decisions, and I think that, you know, I came to the professor because I wanted to do it, and so I think that if someone actively seeks out that opportunity and really wants to do it, I don't see why it shouldn't be allowed, because they're fully aware of the possible consequences, or like, you know, what people might think. And so I just think if a student really wants to, they shouldn't be told they can't.
Absolutely, and I mean that's a big part of the figures class is
Yeah.
the nude drawing part.
Yeah, and especially because we are, you know, we're a liberal arts college, and I think they should be encouraging students to try things that are outside of their comfort zone.
Definitely. So do you plan on continuing with any nude modeling after PLU?
I do some not figure drawing modeling, but I do some photo shoots on the side. I just got done doing a Halloween type photo shoot at the beginning of October. So I was in a bathtub covered in blood. It was like holding a knife, and I was like, it was pretty cool. It was like pretty awesome. But so I do some photo shoots here and there, but we'll see. I mean, I would totally do figure drawing again. It was a fun opportunity, but as of now, I'm sticking to more photography. Photograph, yeah.
Also a good way to express those interests.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this show tonight, Kyle.
Yeah.
And it was such a pleasure to have you. Up next, we have Kellen with what Tacoma has to offer Lutz this week.
You talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
How much time we got? We're on? All right, folks. You gotta love technology. Here we go. Hello, Lutz. I'm Kellen Westring, and tonight we're going to talk about everything arts and culture as we take a look at what events are happening in Tacoma on campus this week, as well as Terrence's take. This month, the Tacoma Art Museum is featuring a new exhibit about AIDS called Arts Aid America. The art exhibit consists of 3 rooms illustrating the emotions and struggles many encounter with the presence of HIV and responses to HIV through artwork. This exhibit features many artists such as Ross Bleckmer, Bill Jacobson, and Suko, and many more. This art exhibit will be on display until January 10th, and all Lutz get into the exhibit for free. You gotta remember to bring your loot card. Check it out, folks, and tweet us for what you think at PLU Mast. Harmonic and Plutonic are PLU's a cappella groups. On campus this upcoming week, both groups will be having their combined fall concert. This event will take place Tuesday, November 3rd in Lagerquist Concert Hall at 8 p.m. And all is free for all the students. For more information, check out the Plutonic or Harmonic a cappella Facebook page. We went and talked to some of the Swing Dance Club members this week. Let's take a look.
I really love the music that we find. Tom finds a lot of really great music to play and a lot of stuff that I've never heard of. And so that's really cool. I also really love being able to teach, and we've got this great group of people who are really excited about learning, and that makes me feel great about the future of swing dancing.
It's a really social dance, and you're gonna meet new people and just dance all night. It's really active and fun.
I enjoy being able to learn a new dance form, and also dance to some awesome music. Jazz is fantastic.
You're gonna meet tons of new people. It's a break from studying. It's just tons of fun.
Swing Club meets on Mondays from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the Cave, as well as on Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the ground floor lounge on Henderley Hall. For more information, check out the PLU Swing Club page on Facebook. Lutz, we are already halfway through the semester. Keep studying and going strong. For inspiration, here are a few places around campus that are Lutz's favorite places to study.
You're awesome.
We're doing the video.
My favorite study spot on campus is the individual rooms that are in the library, where you can just reserve an individual space, and it's a nice quiet space to be able to study.
The Hong LRC.
I don't actually know. I like to study in my room.
Third floor library or Morgan?
My favorite study spot's probably in Morgan on the second floor, but I also like to go hide in the back corner of the third floor of the library because no one ever goes up there.
Certain spots are definitely more distracting. The problem I run into with studying on campus is some places are really a lot of activity. Other places like the library are pretty much dead. So it's finding a place with a nice balance in between the two that is the perfect place to study for me.
If you want to take a break from those studies, you can always watch News at 9 on our YouTube channel. That's a great idea. Grab a copy of the Mass newspaper or listen to the Laser radio show at any hour. Taryn is back this week to share with you what is happening in the world of celebrities and pop culture. Welcome, Taryn.
Pop culture lately has been a very odd time, filled with stories of nude photos, drowning dogs, and weave pulls. I'm Taryn Warden, and this is Taryn's take on everything you need to know about the past month, from music to television and everything in between. In television news, Ryan Murphy premiered his two latest creations with Scream Queens and American Horror Story Hotel. Scream Queens is a comedic twist on a teen horror show starring Emma Roberts and Ariana Grande. The show was generally well received by critics and airs Tuesdays on Fox. American Horror Story Hotel became the second most watched telecast in FX history with 12.7 million viewers for the premiere episode. American Horror Story airs Wednesdays on FX. In music news, Selena Gomez released her second solo album titled Revival October 9th and revealed that she was diagnosed and battled with lupus between albums. Lupus is an inflammatory disease that causes the immune system to attack its own tissues. Selena also explained she underwent chemotherapy treatment for her lupus. Wishing you all the best, Selena, and we're glad to hear you're doing better. One Direction announced the title and track list for their first album without Zayn Malik. The band's fifth album is titled Made in the AM, which some fans like myself had guessed stands for After Malik. The band has released 3 songs off of the 17-track album, Drag Me Down, Infinity, and Perfect. Made in the AM will be released November 13th. Justin Bieber finally announced the title of his comeback album, which is Purpose. Bieber revealed the title with a tattoo of the word purpose around his belly button. Bieber also released the cover art for Purpose, which will be released the same day as One Direction, November 13th, but has not yet revealed the track list. In bizarre news, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson adopted 2 French Bulldog puppies named Brutus and Hobbs. Just days after getting the pups, Brutus ran straight into the family pool and sunk straight to the bottom. The Rock jumped in and saved the pup's life. The next day, Brutus was sent to the emergency vet after getting sick from eating a poisonous mushroom, and they eventually had to put baby Brutus down. In even more bizarre news, or should I say bizarre nudes, Justin Bieber was caught by paparazzi skinny dipping and lounging around fully nude in Bora Bora. Bieber's lawyers have said they will sue any media outlets that publish the highly invasive photos. But that's not the weird part. The weird part is Justin Bieber's father, who responded to the pictures via Twitter. Bieber's dad tweeted, @Justin Bieber, "What do you feed that thing? #proud daddy." But in the biggest bizarre twist of them all, singing legend Bette Midler read Bieber's dad to filth. Bette Midler tweeted Bieber's dad back, "The biggest dick in the situation is the dad who abandoned his son." And I totally agree. Bieber was raised by a single mother in Canada and just recently reconnected with his father. Our final story comes from Kylie Jenner, who has become America's newest tabloid princess, headed to steal the crown from her older sister, Kim Kardashian. Kylie was leaving a Chris Brown concert in Anaheim, California, when a fan got angry that Kylie was ignoring them, and by ignoring them, I mean not taking selfies with them. So she decided to attack Kylie and pulled her weave that was minty green at the time. TMZ caught the video, and while it was funny at first, the fan went way too far. Kylie is still a human being and has every right to not take a selfie with you. Be sure to check out my full story on Kylie Jenner at massmedia.plu.edu. The upcoming shows in our area of Seattle and Tacoma include Marina and the Diamonds on October 25th, experimental synth pop star Grimes on October 28th, and indie singer Halsey on November 12th. A full list of shows and concerts is available on the Terrence Take Twitter, as well as hundreds of other stories, so be sure to follow us at Terrence Take. That's all for now. I'll see you back here November 21st. And finally, a Terrence Take exclusive closing word from this year's runner-up on RuPaul's Drag Race, Ginger Minj.
Hi, college children. This is Ginger Minj from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7, and I'm here to tell you make good choices. And if you make bad ones, just pray real hard and they'll go away.
Thank you, Taryn. That is everything arts and culture this week, Lutz. We will see you next Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Up next is sports with Dylan and Kara. Folks, you might be wondering what time is it? It's 9:21, which means it's time for Kellen's quote of the week.
They said I
Folks,
couldn't
always
drink.
remember, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
They said I couldn't drink. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
To get in the way before it happens.
To get a friend home safe.
And to not blame the victim.
It's on us.
To look out for each other.
To
not look the other way.
It's on us to stand up.
To step in.
To take responsibility.
It's on us, all of us,
to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to News at 9. I'm Dylan Foreman.
And I'm Kara Gillespie. Welcome to sports.
After taking this past weekend off, the cross-country team will host and participate in the Northwest Conference Championships on Halloween at 10 a.m.
The rowing team participated in the Charlie Brown Regatta this last Saturday, with the women's team placing 1st and 8th, and the men's team placing 4th and 7th in the 8-person race.
Volleyball rallied back from being down 2-0 to defeat Lewis and Clark in 5 sets Friday night. They followed that up with a sweep of Pacific Saturday night. The 2 wins brought the team's record to 8-4, putting them 3rd place in the conference. They hope to catch 2nd place Willamette when they host them this Friday at 7 p.m. and will take on George Fox at 7 p.m. the next night as well.
Men's soccer upset 4th-ranked Whitworth Saturday behind 2 goals from sophomore Eddie Nah. Nah contributed 2 more goals the following day as the team beat Whitman 5-0 in the rain, moving them to 9-2, just behind Whitworth for first place in the conference.
The women's soccer team has had quite an impressive season thus far. Their year looks even more impressive when you look at the injuries that the team has had to recover from. Jake Billier reports.
PLU's women's soccer team has soared to a 9-2-1 conference record, putting them in second place. They've done all of this with 3 key players injured, as everyone on the team has had to step up.
We've had some sophomores step up big time this year that maybe didn't necessarily get a huge amount of playing time last year, and Taylor Lundy and Ashley Mindich, and Kelsey Hathaway has stepped up, and Michaela Grady has already surpassed her goal total. So those are all sophomores, and when you have a senior like Lauren go down and a junior like Kaylee go down, you need, it's kind of the next man up, and those players have improved, and that's who we got, and they've really delivered.
Even through injuries, the team's identity hasn't changed a bit.
We have a philosophy about how we want to try to play. I mean, certainly there's sometimes different talent and levels of ability that can affect that style or philosophy, but it doesn't really change how we want to play. Sometimes the execution is different, but really, I mean, we've played some of our best soccer that we've played since I've been here in 4 years. So I'm real happy with our style and philosophy of play.
Coach Padal is not the only one who believes. He's instilled that attitude into his players as well.
We have a pretty deep team, so it sucks that we lost a few of our key players, but it wasn't anything that was we couldn't handle. We have a lot of good players that come in every year. We recruit well, so yeah, we lost some upperclassmen that were good, but we had people that are younger that can fill in, so it wasn't anything that I ever really worried about.
One player doesn't make the whole team. It's kind of it's a team effort.
This is Jake Billier reporting for Mass TV.
The team won again this weekend by defeating George Fox 3-0, bringing them to second place with a 9-2-1 conference record. They'll host Whitman Saturday and Whitworth Sunday this weekend. Both games will be at noon, and we hope to see you there.
The football team is winless no more. If you missed the fantastic finish, don't worry. Kellen Westring was there to report.
The Lutes earned a huge victory against the George Fox Bruins, giving them their first victory of the season. Let's get to the highlights. On the first play from scrimmage, freshman quarterback Cole Chandler's pass is a 65-yard touchdown to sophomore running back Mark Gallant to put the Lutes up 7-0. Gallant also rushed for 47 yards on 12 carries, which is his season high so far. Menlo transfer Austin Kendall found the end zone for the first time this season on a 6-yard run, tying the ballgame up 14-14. Junior cornerback Justin Simmons lowers his shoulder, stopping the Bruins running back Josh Schaefer. Cole Chandler connects with Garrett Hittner for his second touchdown this season, putting the Lutes up 24-21 in the third quarter. Cole Chandler also shows his versatility, being able to run the ball, making him a dual threat for the Lute offense and a nightmare for teams to defend. The Lutes found themselves in a 4th-and-1 situation and were able to find the end zone as Austin Kendall scores for the second time on a 1-yard scamper. Sophomore linebacker Isaiah Watkins blasts through the Bruins offensive line, sacking Bruins quarterback Grant Schroeder. This time, junior linebacker Parker Smith is able to get to Schroeder for a huge sack on the Bruins' last drive of the game. The Lutes defeated the Bruins in a thriller 28-27. They hit the road, taking on crosstown rivals UPS this Saturday at 1 o'clock. This is Kellen Western reporting for Mass TV.
The team will hit the road this weekend to take on UPS this Saturday at 1. If you can't make it to the game, you can see if the Lutes can start a winning streak by tuning into plu.edu/LASR.
Fall's intramural season is just wrapping up, but as one season ends, another begins. Mass TV spoke with head of PLU intramurals Rob Thompson for a better look at what IMs are all about.
We create fun. Really, again, there is a competitive environment, but what we want to bring, we want students to leave feeling really happy, regardless of the outcome of the game. And the best part the best part for me is just kind of seeing students walk down with a smile on their face, walk into their game. I just kind of want to offer as many sports as possible to kind of bring as many people into the program as possible. So every year we're trying to add on new events, new sports. This year we're actually incorporating a little bit more of an aquatic type sport. We're actually going to bring inner tube water polo to the mix. So we figured that was kind of different. Also, ideally, we've got some kind of other plans that we'd like to happen. I don't know if it'll happen this year, but I'd love to bring bubble soccer over to PLU. Another cool thing that we kind of bring is we kind of started having some of our sports play against other colleges as well too. So some of our champions will actually play against St. Martin's University, and And the final thing we actually have this year and last year, we had intramural all-stars, so the best of the best intramural players. You're playing just a couple days a week, if that. All games are, you've got about anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour. And if you can't make it, it's no big deal, just come to the next one. Even if you can only make 1 or 2 games a season, that is no big deal. So yeah, I think just my biggest thing is just try it out, give it a shot, participate in a game against themselves, and winners kind of get a T-shirt. So yeah, we're just kind of adding on more stuff and just bringing more events and just trying to get as many students involved as possible.
If you're interested in signing up, go to imleagues.com to make a team or join one. That's all for tonight. Make sure to tweet us your thoughts at PLUMast.
See you next week. Thanks for watching. Go Lutes!